The racial tension between blacks and Mexicans is pretty bad. And I'm from the Bay Area and never really experienced that with Hispanics, but I don't really know what it is, but it's bad. And I had just decided that I was just not going to go out of my way to be kind anymore, because I had been consistently slammed in the face, slammed in the face, slammed in the face, slammed in the face. Right? But I had been studying love, and one of the definitions of love is that love is kind. And I don't know, something about studying the Word of God and studying love, I kind of just transcended over that negativity stuff for 5 minutes. And I went inside this fish place that's in an African American neighborhood and saw that it was ran primarily by Mexicans. And instantly, I could see myself, or I could have seen how I would have had I not studied for 5 minutes that day. I would have went there, just for whatever reason. But I didn't, and instead what I did was I just said, you know what, regardless of what color you are, I'm going to walk in love because I love God, and I want to be about love. That's who I want to be about, because I love God, and I want you to know who God is. And I have found a purpose for my life, and the purpose for my life is to demonstrate who God is in my speech, in my attitude, in my walk, in my talk. And God is love, and love is patient, according to 1 Corinthians 13, and love is kind. So I walked up to the counter and had these scriptures in my head, regardless of what was going on over there. And I gave off love, and lo and behold, it came right back. You know, when I did some soul searching, I found that I was throwing off something that wasn't coming from a place of love prior to reading about love is kind, love is patient. And it was a place that was kind of rooted in pride, and I got it back. But lo and behold, when I came from a place of love, it came back. Rather quickly, too. Another example, and you know what? I felt so warm inside. Primarily because I wasn't trying to get something. I think before, when I was like around, I mean, we're in LA, so Mexicans are everywhere, but I was throwing something else off and wanting to get something. And so I got this weird vibe. But now the vibe is, you know, it is what it is. If you're in front of my face and we're doing business, I want to be polite and cordial. And I want to come from a place of kindness, so that you have a peace of God that has nothing to do with me when I leave here. Because that's what I want to be about. What do you want to be about? So the Lord said, I have meat to eat that ye know not of. He says, my meat is to do the will of God. His greatest commandment is that we love the Lord our God with all our heart, all our minds, all our soul, and to love each other, love our neighbor as we do ourselves. But what is love? Love is patient, and love is kind. So at the same fish market, there was this lady who was speaking Spanish to the lady behind the counter, and it was a very narrow counter. So if the lady who was speaking Spanish, who was the customer, was done, if she would have walked away so that the next person, which was me, could order my fish, I would be just happy. Thank you very much. But love is kind, and love is not self-seeking, right? I said, well, maybe they got to get down and talk about it. I don't know, because they was getting down. You know, how was I going? So I spoke to the lady who could have moved, and I spoke to her from a place of kindness. And then I took my order, or whatever. Now check this out. Let me tell you how just coming at somebody in a place of kindness paid off real fast. So I got to the car with my order, and I realized that there was a piece of my order that was not there. I didn't have something that I had ordered, and I was all the way in the car. But I came back into the fish place, and the lady who had originally taken my order, who was bilingual, was no longer there. As a matter of fact, she was on a break. The only person that could help somebody right there at that time at the counter was a lady who did not speak any English. I mean, she was like, yo, she just didn't know, right? But the lady who was still at the counter in the little small space, she fought for my rights. And she was like, she's gonna get it for you. I said, oh. Right? What am I saying? I had shown that lady some kindness, went into the car and minded my own business, trying to go home. And when there was a problem, I came back. The love that I put out was there to pick me up and to help me get my soda. That's